Hi, folks, back on Jackie's Learning Corner. I am Jackie, and it's time for a bookish update. So I just filmed a review for the Visitors by Sally Bowman. I haven't typed up my written review yet. I want to do that soon, though. I don't know if I'll do that today or in the next few days. I do want to finish watching my rewatch of Bridgerton seasons 1 through 3. I am on season 2 right now. I started the first episode of season 2, and it did go into the second episode of season 2. Which, by the way, I know that, I do agree that 8 episodes wasn't necessarily enough, and they should at least have maybe 10 episodes per season, or, if they weren't going to do like 13 to 22 episodes per season. But what's nice about 8 episodes is that I can watch them all within a day if I want to binge it. And I'm not trying to rush through it, but I mean, I've already seen it, and this is not my first time. Like, I binged it a few weeks ago back in July, so it's not like it's my first time. So it's not my first time, so I can still enjoy it, even if I'm just binging through it and watching like YouTube videos and stuff. But it's also, the reason I bring up about writing connected to my writing my written review for The Visitors is because I cannot concentrate on my review, typing up a review, and have multiple, a TV show on or a movie on, and then watching a YouTube video at the same time. It's just too much stimuli, and then I end up concentrating. Usually, and then the review's most likely going to be the thing that's going to suffer and not be as good. So, because I have to concentrate and figure out what I want to say and my thoughts and stuff, and writing a good, succinct review on it. So, I need quiet time when I'm writing my review. Like with watching videos and then watching what's on TV. Yeah, I might get distracted and miss things, but it's easier to watch two things. Watch a YouTube video and then watch something on TV, on the TV screen. Although I read online that that's not good for your brain. That's like multitasking is actually bad for you because you're going back and forth with your mind, and you have to reprogram for that split second when you switch back and forth. But it's too late now. I'm probably not going to never break that habit. I mean, I still read, so I think, that makes up for a little bit. And when I read, I don't always, I know that I can't read and have the TV on or YouTube video. Like, I've tried it and it doesn't work. So I make sure when I read, I get some reading done before I get into a show or get into being on the computer and watching YouTube. But anyway, as far as reading goes, I decided to come back to reading Umberto Eco's The Focault Pendulum, and I gotta admit there are parts of these chapters are a little confusing right now. I don't entirely understand what's going on, and when they're talking, one of the chapters had a lot of code discussing codes and putting codes into a program and computer program, and that was kind of confusing. I had a hard time following that and figuring out what they were talking about, because the only time I'm fine with numbers is like doing something like Sudoku or something, but figuring out what numbers mean and trying to calculate things, that just goes way over my head. I get very confused and have trouble comprehending it. So that the chapter that discussed that was a little bit confusing. Now I'm in a new section of the story where I think we're with a new character, and they like both this character and then the character in the previous section are talking about this person, Belbo. I don't know. And I'm guessing they're the creator of the Focault Pendulum or whatever. I'm still trying to figure it all out. Now I know I'm not going to finish this before September, and I'm probably going to have to take a break because our trip to London is coming up. So I'm probably not going to get this done before then. But I want to read as much as I can before then. I want to read as much as I can before then. because the premise of this sounded really cool. It's just, it's hard to, like I said, I'm having a hard time figuring out what's going on. But I wanted to make some progress on it before our trip. And then I'm not taking like physical books with me on our trip, because then that will just mean more weight. That will mean more weight. And also I have to be careful what I take with me when we're, walking around London and everything. I can't have any, I have to be very careful about that, so I can't bring a physical book. So that's why I am relying on my Kindle again. And this is the whole reason I bought this thing. And I am more into it than I was ever into the Nook. Like, I did years ago, my mom did get us a Nook. And for a while I was interested in it, but then I just lost interest very quickly. So it's been sitting in a drawer on my nightstand for quite a while, and I don't even know if it works anymore. But that was the Barnes and Noble e-reader. But I ended up downloading a I downloaded. It's opening. Come on, it's being really slow. Okay. Alright. Not now, because it doesn't use my Goodreads. Okay, let's see. Alright, ooh, there's a map. There's 2 maps. Okay, I did start reading Sword of Kaigen, which is a standalone fantasy. And I think the author does have other new books that just came out as well. I think I remember someone mentioning her on one of the YouTube booktube videos I watched last night. And I think this is based on Japanese culture. And it's one of the main characters is a mom, which I think is really cool. It's kind of nice to see a main character that's not like that was one of the cool things about the 5th season. Again, our main character was a mother trying to find her kids, and this one is also from the perspective of a mother. It's nice to see fantasy stories that aren't just about teenagers and young adults. Like, it's kind of fun to see, or old men. It's nice to see a story that is focused on a woman that's in her middle years, that she's a mom. So yeah, that's Sword of Kaigen. That's one I'm also reading. Let me go back. If it will let me. Dang it. Okay, exit out. Okay, no, that's not helping. I'm trying to get back to my main page. No, that's not what I wanted. Okay, how do I get back? Crap. Okay, no, that's not helping. Okay, let's do this. And that's not helping either. I am trying to get... I don't know how people do this. I still haven't figured this thing out. I'm still slowly learning how to use this thing. Okay, let's try closing this. No, it's still on the same page. Sorry, guys. Let's try turn this off. Okay, and this is gonna restart. Like, if I was reading the book, then yeah, I would be fine. I could just go to the next page, but I'm trying to show you you guys the cover, what books I've recently purchased. So I have to wait until. So yeah, I've been trying to get like some of the fantasy books that I haven't bought yet that are like kind of epics. I decided to download a couple of the ones I've been wanting to read and put them on here so that I will, because I don't know how much reading I'm going to get done while we're on this trip. I'm probably not going to do a lot of reading. Like I will probably read on the plane while we're going to and from there. Maybe on like when we're touring on buses and stuff like that, or if like we go into like other, if we leave London and go into other parts like Bath or somewhere, which I'm hoping we'll go to Bath, but I don't know if that will happen. But probably, and then when in the like hotel rooms and stuff like that, but I might be so tired that I'm probably not going to be able to concentrate on my reading. Let's see if it's still doing it. This reminds me of East of Eden, this like image of the tree. If I had to offer one criticism about this thing, it's that, like I said, I can't transition if I want to go back to my home page, then it won't let me, and I have to restart the thing. That's my only criticism of this thing, is that, transitioning, going between home. Okay, so because I don't want to have to do that again and waste your guys' time. I also have, if you can see, Blood and Fire by Ryan Cahill, and I went ahead and just downloaded the second book. And then this book, Immortal. This was an independent author. I believe it's a sci-fi, and I think it's about a woman that's just got a divorce. I think there's a sci-fi element. I just have a sample of my dad's book, Shadows of Saigon. If you guys are interested, this is a historical story. I feel like it's a very coming of age story with a romance. This young man is, the story starts when he's an old man and he just had a heart attack. So he goes to the hospital, and while he's under anesthesia, he remembers his high school years, his high school sweetheart. And then he recalls going to Vietnam War and meeting the love of his life. It's a drama. If that sounds like your kind of story, please check it out. My dad also has another book, the Sage Among the Pines, and this one is about a young girl who after her mom has to go to rehab. Her dad has died. He was a soldier. He was in the army, and he has just died, and she was very close with her dad. She doesn't have the best relationship with her mom, and she ends up sent to live with her grandparents in North Carolina on their ranch farm and on their ranch, and they kind of teach her, give her these life lessons. She, makes friends, learns to take care, be responsible and take care of animals. She helps her grandfather take care of the horses, and she has a lot of heart-to-heart conversations with him, and I feel like this is also a very coming-of-age story, and it's also, it's very hard-hitting and just very emotional, and I really hope if that sounds like your kind of story, please check it out. So Shadows of Saigon and Sage Among the Pines. That one is Sage Among the Pines, the one I just told you about, and the other one is Shadow of Saigon by Mark R. Anderson. You can get on Amazon, and I think it's been at Barnes & Noble as well. But yeah, I did not realize I have a sample of that on here, but I think because, it's an Amazon and Kindle is Amazon. And then we have Ninth Reign is the other one by Jen Williams I haven't read. I heard a lot about that from Elliot Brooks. I heard that was really good. And there's some kind of vampire type creatures in that one. So I thought, I've been wanting to read that one, so I went ahead and got that one too. I don't know which one I will get to first. I'm thinking along the lines of, well, I'll have to see how long Ninth Reign is, because I don't have the sequel to that one yet. So, and I got Of Light and Darkness, which is the sequel to Of Fire and Blood. So I might get to that one first. Because I wanted to go ahead and buy one of the sequels, because I didn't want to take the I wanted to get, when we're home and download them when I'm at home. So that is it of the ones I haven't read that I so far have on here. And I did not notice this, but actually one of my mom's book that my mom downloaded is on here as well. I guess because we're all connected or something. But I probably will not be reading that one. It's Being Mortal, and I think it's a nonfiction about, helping your elderly parents when they get to that point where they can't take care of themselves, and how to be patient with them and understanding. I think it's really helped my mom a lot. But like I said, I probably won't be reading that, at least not right now. Like maybe somewhere down the line. But anyway, so my main focus will be Ninth Reign. Maybe, actually, I think it's called Immerse, that sci-fi one. Ninth Reign, Sword of Kaigen, Of Blood and Fire by Ryan Kellman. So those will probably be my main focus. And I probably will still buy books when I'm there, because I want to go to Waterstones, the famous bookstore. No, I know my plan was, I did talk about reading The Secrets of Heartwood Hall, but I probably won't get to that one before September, because like I said, I wanted to pick up Focault's Pendulum, because I already started that one when I first bought it, which was recent, so I'm not doing that. I was trying to read some of the books I already owned and have for years, instead of the ones I just purchased, and get to those later. But then I want to get those read so they don't end up sitting there and end up being on my shelf, being part of the books that I've had for years and haven't gone to yet. So it's a conundrum for me. Anyway, so I don't know if I didn't mention on my comment on Luminous Libra, Kaylee's channel. I did Luminous Libra. I did mention that I was thinking about participating in Short of September. I don't know if I will or won't. But I do have some books that have, shorter works. Like the Peachy Woodhouse, I have that collection, so I could probably read from there. And then I also mentioned in my comment to her on her video about Shorty September that, or it was 30 books in 30 days is the actual readathon. That I also commented that I had that collection of Oscar Wilde's works, and some of them are it consists of a lot of his short stories, and I thought about reading that, so I could still do it. I could read a bunch of those, and like I said, the PG Woodhouse collection, but I don't know. It will depend. Like, I do think I'm a mood reader, and, will get sidetracked by other books. I'll say I'll plan to read, or I'll say, oh, I'm going to read this, and then I end up being like, well, actually, I want to read this one instead. That's why I've kind of stopped doing TBRs, because I end up not reading everything on my TBR. Maybe I'll start to read what's on my TBR, but then all of a sudden, like, I will buy new books and want to read those. And I still haven't even gotten to The Ultimate Through Hike. I mean, maybe I should read this in September when we get back from London. Maybe I should consider reading this one. Because I do want to read this one because, I mean, I bought it and I feel bad because the author signed it for me and I had a conversation with him and told him I was interested in getting into sci-fi. So I feel like I need to get to this, but I still have not gone to it yet. But I will, because I don't want to get rid of it. I want to read it first before I decide if I'm not going to keep it or not. So I'm in the way it's written, like it's large print, so that helps too. For books that I'm not entirely, it's not that as used to. Like it's not my normal genre. But anyway, so as far as non-reading stuff, I did start reading I did watch last night Someone Like You, which is a movie that stars Ashley Judd, Greg Kinnear, and Hugh Jackman, and it's a really cute rom-com, but of course it does what all rom-coms do. I've noticed over the year there is a lie involved, someone lying about something. It's like you notice that whenever you watch a rom-com, there's always a character lying about something, lying to themselves, lying to the other characters. Like, and I was just thinking about with Kate and Leopold, is there a lie? And I don't think there is, because she was already broken up with the other guy. That relationship already fell apart. She already knew he was a disappointment. And then, Leopold doesn't lie about that he is from 1876, I think it was. He tells her, but she doesn't believe him because, it's hard to believe that, someone has traveled through time and is come to the present, and their only issues are, and their relationship issues comes from that they're from different times, they have different values and mentalities. She is very much a cynic in that story. Meg Ryan's character is a cynic, and she is in a job where she kind of has to, manipulate people, like get people to purchase the product. She's in advertising and marketing, and he sees it as lacking integrity and finds her being dishonest. Like, he gets involved, because of his sexy accent, she decides to use him to sell this fat-free butter in the story, and it ends up tasting and he realizes it tastes terrible, like raw sewage, as he puts it, and she's like, I have to sell this product, this is my job, and he's like, walk away from this, you deserve to do something better that's worthwhile, and then is actually honest to people, and has, and that's really the thing that comes between them, is that they're different. They kind of have different values, and she's in the modern world, he's from the past, and that's the only thing that comes between them. And that's their basis. But most rom-coms, it's like someone's lying to someone's cheating, someone's, afraid to admit their feelings, or someone already is involved with someone else, and then they start being attracted to the other person, and all rom-coms are built on lies. And it's done in a comedic way. I mean, I still love them. Rom-coms, I'm well aware of their issues in their unrealistic standards. Like, they give you unrealistic ideas about romance, potentially, but I like them. I have fun with them. I like happy love stories where I know the couple's gonna end together and they have obstacles to overcome, and some of them in real life probably will not work out. In the end, they'll probably eventually fall apart. And it's not like that person, you're going to marry them. There's no guarantee you'll marry that person they are by the end of the movie is going to be the one they're going to marry. But I still love them. I kind of miss them. I know that the channel The Take has done videos where they discuss rom-coms and analyze them, and then there's always, there's like those Miss Mojo videos, there are other videos where they have the top 10 or top 20 rom-coms or whatever. But yeah, I like rom-coms, they're fun. I mean, they, And I think that's why I like sometimes some of those Hallmark Christmas movies, because they're like a rom-com. They're just a little more cheesy and a little more sentimental and a little more like wholesome. And that's putting it nicely, because they're sometimes like, I get why there are some people that just can't swallow Hallmark. Like, and not everybody, has the same kind of mentality that Hallmark movies present. But they make me feel good, and I only watch them during Christmas time. The rest of the time, I cannot watch them all year round. What I'm saying, because my dad did start watching them, and he kind of likes them, I think. Like, when he's sometime, like, I've caught him a couple times watching channel surfing, and then he's watching a Hallmark movie, while I'm watching something that's not as wholesome as a Hallmark movie. The rest of the time of year. So anyway, so I wanted to give you guys an update. I might do another, I don't know if I'll find something to film coming up before we leave. I might, but anyway, I know I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to finish Focault's Pendulum before the end of the month, but I'm going to read as much as I can. And so I hope your reading is going well and you are enjoying your reading, if you have gone back to school, I hope your first week back is going well. If not, I hope you're having a really good summer. I mean, I know that technically summer will be over soon. See, I think it ends in September, and we go into autumn in September. Yeah, because for some reason I'm thinking, oh, the first day of autumn, but actually no, it's not. It's August still. It's not until September when the transition happens, which is funny because there have been a couple mornings when it's gotten cooler in August, but it has gone back to being warm again, which is annoying, but I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to be warm again, that we are not done with summer weather, and here it does not. The summer lasts a lot longer than I like. But if you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, click subscribe if you haven't already, and you are interested in watching more of my videos. And I hope you are enjoying your reading right now. Would love to know what you are currently reading. And I will talk to you all later. Oh, and click the bell icon if you want to be notified about all my videos. All right. Bye.